This week on BNN, we discuss how the Instagram algorithm is affecting your content, lumber prices, Ryan Serhant's new brokerage, and I have a grievance.
Stay tuned.
Welcome to BNN, the Broke News Network. I'm your host, Eric Simon.
And I'm Ben Fisher. No nickname this week, Eric.
No, Ben. I realized that I'm actually not, in fact, a rapper. I'm a real estate meme lord. Yeah, and it's time for me to grow up. But I do have a question.
What's that?
How's Instagram been treating you recently? Have you noticed a little change, possibly?
Yeah, there's been a significant drop in my algorithms lately. Not as much traffic to my page.
Oh yeah, would you go from 20 likes to 10 likes? Your engagement?
Yeah, actually, Eric, I sell houses for a living. My happiness does not revolve around how many emojis I get, and I really don't base my sole worth off of memes I stole and sprinkled some real estate on.
Well, my worth does come from that, and lucky for you, I study this stuff. And you're not the only person whose engagement has started to dramatically drop in the last couple of weeks, because guess what?
What's that?
The almighty algorithm has been changed.
Our tech overlords strike again.
That's right, Ben, and because my happiness does involve around engagement, I've been testing and studying to see what works. You know what I've learned?
What have you learned?
First, Instagram rolled out Reels. It's a copycat version of TikTok, everybody knows this, but whenever Instagram rolls out a new feature like IGTV, carousel posts, or Reels, for example, Instagram likes to push or promote that content more than any other type of post, right? So the last few weeks, my memes and image posts have been getting significant less engagement than my Reels, which sucks because memes were kind of my bread and butter.
Yeah, that must be devastating for you, Eric.
Yeah, it actually is, but adapt or die, right?
Whatever you say, Captain Carousel.
Yeah. Another thing I've noticed is that original content is actually performing way better than just reposts or still images. Instagram's really starting to promote creators who post original content that's actually uploaded from your phone, from your camera roll, that you actually took or filmed. So that actually includes you in it, right? So in fact, Instagram actually said that reposting unoriginal content, low quality content, you're probably familiar with this, from another page or source will not be doing as well as the original content. So theme pages, repost pages, they're probably gonna be harmed by this update.
Right, so pretty much your entire brand. Don't you just you steal funny videos and repost them with a little I'm at an open house, like that kind of thing?
Yeah, let's not get into my creative process, Ben. So in my experimentation, I've noticed something pretty exciting actually. The reach and ability to trend on the Explore page for Reels, it's ridiculous. It's bonkers. Hashtags are finally starting to work again. I'm getting 3 to 4 times the views on my Reels than I was on my videos.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. And it's boosting my following dramatically because it's easier to trend on the Explore page and reach people on Reels because it's not oversaturated yet. Not too many people are using it. And it seems to have a longer lifeline of engagement actually. So for example, this masterpiece that we're about to show got 250,000 views and it's still popping off a week later.
Wow.
Pretty impressive, huh?
Yeah, Eric, how's your real estate business doing though?
Not well. Let me ease your concern about this algorithm change. Instagram does this a couple times a year, right? It's not always permanent. Don't worry. Instagram obviously wants to encourage creators to use its new features, but you could see a shift back to images if that's what people are more interested in consuming. So do you remember 6 months ago, there were all these still images and cartoons.
Right.
Gary Vee was always posting something with some kid in a cartoon being like, oh, I posted 5 times, but I'm not viral yet. What should I do? And then Gary Vee's like, post 15 times a day, work harder. Remember those cartoons? Well, those cartoons are not getting as much engagement. He stopped posting them. Watch what he says, not what he does, or the other way around. So my advice, post a few Reels, right? Switch up your hashtags with every post, but the hashtags always gotta be relevant to that post. Don't post hashtag top producer for someone like you because you're not a top producer, right? So Instagram will not register that in the algorithm. Yeah, this is pretty helpful stuff, huh? I mean, what do you got for us? The usual low mortgage rate, inventory's low, usual bullshit?
How about this, Eric? Lumber prices are up 170% since April.
Wow, fascinating. I'm sure audiences care about how much it costs, how much would it cost to build a quarter pipe in your backyard for you to do those aerials? Or whatever.
Yeah, lumber is actually used to build houses.
Oh, is it? Wow,
yeah.
News by me.
In fact, our audience should care about this story because home builder confidence homebuilder confidence is at an all-time high, despite the rising material costs. In fact, the National Association of Home Builders Monthly Confidence Index rose from 5 points in last year to 83 this year in September. It's the highest on record in the 35 years of its record existence.
Wow. Imagine being the person whose career it is to track that statistic. I mean, hey, honey, what do you want to be when you grow up, right? An astronaut, a fireman, power forward for the Clippers? No, Mom. I want to be the person in charge of tracking the Home Builder Confidence Index, right? Pathetic career choice.
Right. Anyway, so the suburban shift for home building is keeping builders busy. Supported on the demand side with the low interest rates driving that as well. Builders are receiving calls from customers in high density markets asking to relocate to cities no one's ever heard of. Demand in the suburbs has notably risen across many parts of the country as buyers are encountering a lack of existing homes for sale. So builders have been able to pass along their higher cost for building to the buyers for the newly finished homes at a higher price due to that lack of inventory.
Right, lack of inventory, of course. Did you hear that Ryan Serhant started his own brokerage?
I did, actually.
Yeah, so last week I went on his Instagram. I noticed that he had no posts, and I kind of panicked a little bit because I thought, did this guy block me or something? Should I give him a call? What's going on?
Yeah, actually, you don't have his number, and he did block you.
Okay, well, anyways, it turns out that I don't think he did block me. There's a reason that he wiped his feed completely clean. He's relaunching his entire social media with the launch of his brokerage, Serhant. Impressive.
Yeah, for those of you who live under a rock or are blocked like Eric, Ryan Serhant, star of $1 Million Listings, recently announced the launch of his multi-dimensional real estate brokerage that intersects with media, entertainment, education, and technology.
Yeah, I mean, this guy, frankly, he does it all. He's also launching a book called Big Money Energy, which is a play on the popular phrase by Pete Davidson, Big Dick Energy, which you certainly don't have.
Yeah, Eric, that's called a projection. Anyway,
I think it's just called projection. Actually, not a projection.
Anyway, the #1 real estate sales team in New York.
This is a projection.
The #1 real estate sales team in New York designed his brokerage to be on the cutting edge of media. Serhant has studios which focus on making real estate more shoppable on video and social media platforms to create an innovative and entertaining content experience reaching a more global audience.
Wow.
He's even producing his own lifestyle show on YouTube called List.
This guy's impressive.
Yeah.
I mean, he is an absolute legend. He does it all.
Why don't you marry him, Eric?
Well, I would, but he's not Jewish. I'm Jewish.
Ah, interesting. You're Jewish.
Yeah, I am actually. Simon doesn't seem like a Jewish last name. I mean, my sister literally lives in Israel, so I think that makes me pretty Jewish.
Well, I actually took a Krav Maga class once, so I think we're about the same.
What the hell's a Krav Maga class? I don't even know what that is. What?
Let's go to this week's cringe. We got Eddie Ed Goulahan up in New Jersey. He's
Eddie.
Gonna share something with us he sent last week and we haven't seen yet.
Little sugar. Don't, if you overload it like you did last time, I swear to God, Jeff. Hey guys, thanks for having me on. Reporting here from Somerville, New Jersey, and today I'm talking about the real estate market, and I'm not even talking about buying and selling for the first time ever. I'm talking about realtors. Everyone's becoming a realtor nowadays, I swear. You're a teacher, become a realtor. You're a cop, become a realtor.
Speaking of grievances, last week I get a call from an agent on my listing. He says, I want to see it tomorrow at 3 o'clock. Yes, I did.
Didn't happen.
And so I go to my listing, I clean up everything, I turn on the lights, unlock the doors, open up all the windows, the PED was signed, the Corona Property Protection Waiver, whatever, go through the whole shebang, right?
Sure.
So 2:55, 5 minutes before the showing, I'm standing out front. I text the guy, I say, hey, I'm out front. When you're here, I'll be here, right? He goes, oh yeah, no, I'm not actually there right now. My clients are there, but I'm in Lake Arrowhead. I'm like, Lake Arrowhead? So I got to show your clients around while you're windsurfing and crushing White Claws with Michelle Calkins? I mean, I think that the agent probably should have let me know beforehand that he wasn't going to be there instead of pulling that little switcheroo at the end there. I think it's a grievance that I have. What?
I don't think we have any tissue. We might not have any tissues that people can find.
Right, yeah, of course. Yeah. Good one, Ben. Anyway, that'll wrap it up today with the Broke News Network. I'm your host, Eric Simon.
And I'm Ben Fisher.
See you next week.